Mickey talks the truth.
Okay. I got truth on my mind. Truth on my mind. I got truth on my mind. Truth on my mind. I got truth on my mind. Truth on my mind.
Hey, listen, you are now rocking with Mickey Truth. She live up to her name, not the fame. So make sure y'all subscribe to her channel and stay updated on what's real. Bye.
Good reporting ass Mickey.
We love you, Mickey.
Y'all already know all information contained on this live is for entertainment, heavy on a mother effing entertainment, educational purposes only. All information used on this live is per the Fair Use Act, and any conclusion that you draw is on you and your mama, not nobody on this channel, this panel, or in this chat. And another disclaimer for those who have not read the description to my channel, I am not a lawyer. Nothing I say should be used as legal advice because it's not legal advice, okay? If you do need legal advice, however, you can go talk to an actual licensed lawyer or attorney of your choosing, all right? And like the disclaimer says in the video, that you can actually see the consequences of anything that you try to run with from the channel is definitely on you, all right? So with that being said, hey, just sit back, enjoy my opinion based off my free thoughts of what I'm listening to, and y'all let me know what y'all think in the chat. Let's get started.
You can't handle the truth.
Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, tell a friend to pull up on your girl Mickey Truth. We is live with it. Time for this live, okay? Because what the hell is going on? All right. What's up, Truth Team? It's your girl Mickey Truth, SC's #1 urban blog and the queen of paperwork. Hey, I was getting ready to do some videos, and I said, yo, I feel like I'm part of like a federal indictment, okay? Listen, I said, I gotta go live with this. I don't even want to do the video solo because I'm like, what is happening, Blue? What to do? So, yeah, we got a lot to talk about. That's why I decided to come live, because I want to chop it up with y'all. We got to talk about Lil Durk and the latest motion, because, you know, he was granted this is his third or fourth bond hearing. Ball player, what to do? That's coming up June 2nd. You know, the government responded to that. We're gonna talk about EBK JaayBo and his frequency with the law. And a no jumper Hoes put out some federal shit on him yesterday. We're gonna talk about that too. We're gonna talk about allegedly, okay, Quando Rondo Camp has Doodie Lo's chain and watch. We're gonna talk about that. So yeah, we're talking about all types of stuff on this live, okay? So y'all make sure y'all share the live, run up the comments. We got a lot to go over. I'm trying to think, I think the Doodie Lo one will be the quickest topic, because it's like more so it's not nothing like for us to look into other than that's just what they talking about. I had a chance to like actually post it myself. Post it myself on Instagram, so we're gonna have to use somebody else's Instagram, okay? Because yeah, I just woke up at like 1 p.m. and I'm on Eastern time. So I'm just getting my life together, just getting into content. That's another reason why I'm like, I'm just gonna go live, okay? All right. Who posted it? Okay, here we go. We're going to go over the Remo page, because y'all know, shout out to Remo, man, of No Jumper. There we go. Yeah. So, according to this, it says Quando Rondo affiliates post Doodie Lo's alleged jewelry that was stolen from him in Atlanta. Now, WAP-ish, Big Doodie Lo, he tagged him. Let's see what it says. I mean, where the charm at? Do Doodie Lo wear the chain without the charm though? Let me see. Let me see. I don't know. Hey, I really don't know. Like, how do we know that's this shit? I don't know. Let me see. Let's pull up his Instagram. Let's see if we can see if he wear he always got an OTF part on it, unless they just ain't want to post the OTF part. Yeah. Oh, he got a chain on here, right here, without the OTF on it. Now, I agree with you, ball play. I definitely don't think, because y'all gotta remember, excuse me, Quando Rondo is from Savannah, okay? He's not in Atlanta. His camp is in Savannah. They're not in Atlanta. This took place in Atlanta. Now, I'm not saying they don't have people or know people in Atlanta. I feel like if this is Doodie Lo stuff, is more so somebody did it and like, yo, y'all want it? You get what I'm saying? So it could be something like that. Yeah, I mean, it's up in the air. Doodie Lo ain't really saying too much about nothing when it comes to it. I really don't know if it's a robbery. I did request the information on it. I had to re-request it because I sent it to the wrong place. That's one thing about these places. You can think it's one area and it's another area. So I'll let y'all know. Cabal player said, then again, Low ain't about to call 12 and report a robbery. We'll see. Like I said, that information came out through City Nash. Shout out to City Nash. The official report, though, I did request it. I just resubmitted it this morning when I got the email saying I sent it to the wrong place. So I'll let y'all know what the police report says. Will the police report mention a robbery? I don't know. We'll find out when we get it. You get what I'm saying? So I did request it. I requested all the details on it. So we'll just see what happens. All right. So yeah, that's pretty much that. I mean, it's a thing now where people will take something from somebody or say they took it from somebody and then take it to give it to somebody else that didn't have nothing to do with it. They just recently did that allegedly with what's that? I can't think. I'm getting the old block dude that just passed away. What was his name? I forgot. Anyway, they just did it, but then they posted pictures like at his funeral where his baby had on the chain. So don't even know if that was ever even true. Anyway, all right. So that's that. Let me make sure. Let me see before we get into the deep topics. Okay, let's talk about Tory Lanez real quick. Real heavy on the real quick. All right, so Tory Lanez defense team says that they are releasing evidence that proves he's innocent in 36 hours. Bro, I'm so sick of this Tory Lanez stuff. Like, for one, it's been years they've been saying that they had something. Now they just did a whole press conference last week. Now it's still 36 more hours. Like, come on, Tory, just hang it up. You just say it. You regret. Now get your ass up on that stand. You regret it. It's okay. It's okay. Just say that. But I'm so tired of these headlines. But I'm gonna talk about it because if it's viral, I'm gonna talk about it. But Tory, you ain't going nowhere. Ball players said they used to do that in the rack long time ago. They drew and take a chain and post it like, oh, Chicago shit. And it's crazy. Yeah, Tory Lanez got okay, so let me finish this one, right? It says Republican Anna Paulina Luna. Okay. Now while he around here talking about Rock Nation is political, it seems like he's taking his shit political too, because all these Republican representatives. And for those that be in the comments talking about Trump can pardon him, no, Trump cannot. Okay. Tory Lanez is in state prison on a state case. Trump can only pardon federal inmates, federal cases. Okay. That's why they're calling on the California governor to pardon him, because that's the only way he's going to get out. I keep telling y'all that. That's the only way Tory Lanez will get out before his 10 years. So the Republican says, a representative, that don't stand for Republican. Y'all know political ain't my thing. But she wrote, we have compelling evidence proving Tory Lanez's innocence, and it will be released within the next 36 hours. Those who rush to call for his incarceration and worse yet, push false evidence should prepare to be held accountable. Come on, y'all. If this ain't a media thing they doing, like at this point, I'm gonna see how I'm actually intrigued to see how it plays out. Okay. Like I feel like they doing a media, you know what I'm saying? Just so they can get the party, because the governor probably be like, I don't want all this bad press. Ball player said how Rob Levinch and Obama get pardoned, and we gotta look into that partnership, Mickey. Hell no, I ain't looking into nothing. Dang, look, that's above what I care about, to be honest. Listen, I don't have nobody personally that ever got pardoned, qualified for a pardon. I think all of that is a political thing. You make enough noise, you get it. I don't care about it. I just know ain't no federal. It has to be a federal case, federal investigation, federal something. Okay, the president cannot come. That's like stepping on the state toes when you start messing with state cases. So I don't know who the raw person is, and I'm pretty sure if let me look it up real quick just for off interest, just since I said it out loud. But yeah, I would never look into stuff like that because I don't care about it. I feel it's all a game. Hence why I stay away from politics for content, because shit, listen. My true feelings about that shit, y'all be like, damn, Mickey, really? All right, let me see. So, okay, so you said, hey, but Obama and Rob so Senate seats, and it was a little. It's not. It wasn't. It's not gonna listen. So that was the governor of Illinois. For one, he's a politician. So that doesn't even. Yeah, hold on, give me a second. I'm reading it quickly. Oh, I can show this. I'm reading his Wikipedia. So, December 20th, federal investigation and trial. So that was federal. So if he was pardoned by Obama, he had a right to do so. That was a federal case. Like I told you, the president only handles federal cases, investigations, and stuff. You know what I'm saying? The governor. Yeah, I'm about to say, look, because I had to pull it up because I don't want nobody to think I was wrong. But nah. All right. But anyway, yeah, Tory is definitely going. See, this is my thing, though. Tory just be like backtracking on everything. First, him and his daddy ran the campaign during the trial that Rock Nation was trying to silence the media. But they have been using the media this whole time. Like, you can get 100,000 people to sign that petition. That's not going to get you out. All it's going to do, you know what I'm saying, is possibly make noise so that the governor can hear about it and do something about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, this don't mean Tory is, again, y'all, I'll say it again before we move to the next topic. Tory Lanez ain't getting out because his team said themselves just a week ago, okay, that Tory Lanez was right there when the gun went off. He's not like this witness that they have can say Kelsey freaking did back handsprings and said she did it. It's not going to happen. Okay? It's not going to happen. Now, all this new witness could do is possibly get a new trial. But again, he has already admitted that he was right there. And that he was attempting to intervene at the time the shot went off. I keep telling y'all, I have to find that live. I did a live on Tory Lanez and we broke down the law piece by piece. And because everybody was giving me backlash then, right? About me saying, like, if they don't have no evidence that he never was around a gun or by a gun, he ain't nothing to do. So let me see if I can search that live real quick just before we move to the next topic. Because the dirt stuff is going to take a little while. Yeah, I did a 3-hour live. 3-hour live, okay, on this. It's Tory Lanez sentencing, okay? We talked about a lot of stuff on this live. But one thing in particular we talked about is the breakdown of, I think this was the day that we was waiting on to see how much time he was getting. Yeah, 3-hour live, okay? Y'all check out that live. 3 hours. Why the fuck was I on there for 3 hours, bro? 3 hours. We was on there talking about Tory Lanez. And then I did another live. Damn. Hold on. Let me give you a... Then I did another live. And y'all was hating on that live too, I just see. All right. I think this might be the one, though. All right. Hold on. Is this the one? Yeah. I think this... Yeah. This the one that I actually broke down his charges and stuff. So this is a better one. Y'all tap in with that. Matter of fact, I'm about to share that now. Put that back out there because yeah, like I've been saying it since 2023. Okay, I've been saying this since 2023. That as long as he keep with that same story, and they just said the same thing the other week that he was right there at that gun, he's not getting out. I said it on No Jumper. I need to find that No Jumper clip. I said it on No Jumper that he's not going to get out off of no evidence if it's not showing he was never by that gun. All right. Hold on. I'm actually sharing the video because I be telling people to go look at it. I be like, bro, I'm not. That was 3 hours. 3 hours. And I opened my panel that day. Y'all know when controversial issues be going on, especially the ones where I'm on the other side of the fence and everybody's like, no, Mickey, no. I love opening my panel for that type of stuff. All right. So we done talked about Doodie Lo. We talked about Tory Lanez. Is that all the blog stuff we need to talk about for right now before we get into the other stuff? Hey, y'all missed them long lives, boy. Hey, y'all, look, those who used to be around for my late night lives, well, we will be live to like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, okay? Those used to be research lives, though, but them things used to be lit, okay? Now, you can't, I don't know, you can't even get me on no live that late, I ain't gonna lie. But anyway, let me make sure that's all we need to talk about before we get into the main topics, which is Lil Durk and EBK JaayBo. It's a reason why I wanted to do them as the main topics, because they kind of go together in a way, because y'all know the whole thing with Lil Durk is surrounding Quando Rondo, which started with NBA YoungBoy. Then you have NBA YoungBoy finally, after so many years, announcing a new tour. And guess who's on that tour? EBK JaayBo, who is now locked up. Can't make this shit up. Shit is like crazy, okay? Yeah, good times, y'all. All right, let me make sure before we move on, because once I move on to the main topics, I kind of want to stay on those topics. Yeah, we good. All right, we good. All right, let's get into it. So, okay, which way y'all want to go first? Y'all want to go with Lil Durk or EBK JaayBo first? We might need to go EBK JaayBo first, because technically that's going to be our reaction. All right, so I got hit up last night. Now, y'all know the West Coast stuff, I don't too much deal with like that. You know what I'm saying? It's not really my cup of tea. However, I was hit up last night about EBK JaayBo in regards to some allegations that came out surrounding him. At the time, I'm like, shoot, I heard he got locked up, but you know, I didn't too much jump to like do content on it, because like I normally don't cover West Coast rappers, right? And some of the stuff, I'm like, where are you getting this stuff from? Like, you know, some of this stuff I'm not going to be able to verify, you know. And then I woke up this morning when I was getting ready to go get my massage, right? And I'm like, so this is where it came from, okay? So we have talked about Jalise before. Jalise is the female that we see in this video, okay? I told you, Jalise is, I guess you would refer to her as a street gossiper, you know what I'm saying? She will bring street beef. But this blew me, okay? When I listened, I was like, hold on. She said, what? So we're going to react to this. Y'all already know, if y'all have not been a part of our reaction with me, This means I'm gonna be stopping, talking, all that during this reaction. If you do not want to hear my reaction to it, I need y'all to go ahead and click the link in the description of this video to this video, and you can watch it directly from No Jumper Clips. Okay, so y'all ready for this? It's about to get federal for sure. Let's get into it.
Topic without you here. Grab the mic, sister.
Brother.
Bradowski. Hey, I already made my JaayBo video. I'm gonna go work on my next video. So everybody, if you're a No Jumper fan, stay tuned to the channel so you can watch these latest dropping news videos. I'll let these guys dig into the JaayBo topic.
Are they gonna drop like during the nighttime or like what?
Wait, Adam, you're leaving?
I have to leave pretty much, yeah.
He has to film.
I'm working on a specific project over on the other side, but I feel like you guys could definitely handle business, if you will.
But we're talking about JaayBo.
I know, and I just made a whole video about it, so I feel like I got to let you guys do your thing because my video is already
have your opinion on it.
Okay, all right.
Can I just say that the clip of the new JaayBo song that's coming out that he released, where he's talking some pain and he's back to like
the auto-tune one,
auto-tune JaayBo. Ooh,
that was okay. I'm not gonna.
That's gonna. That's
I don't know if I'm trying to hear that shit. I like the touch
Nah, I
stuff.
like that. I think
You ain't never outside. You's a homebody.
but
You ain't killing nobody.
no,
If you with them suckers, you get smoked probably.
no, for real.
For sure, we getting spanked.
No, for real.
That's so mean.
I'm with all that, but I feel like it's good for him to have them other records for like the normal people. That way we could all.
But normal people want to hear the gangster shit.
Normal people is crazy.
Not the other shit.
Nah, but there's a lot of but there's
I'm
like
trying to get into it.
What does be like?
Where Adam leaves though.
All right, we about to get into it. Okay, here we go.
Can we just get your take on how you feel about JaayBo being back incarcerated?
Yeah, okay. My take is we got to call it Bill Clinton. We got to get his ass out of Arkansas.
Please.
Why was he in Arkansas? Do you know?
Yes, because okay, so you guys, he cut off his ankle monitors.
He cut off ankle.
He cut off both of his ankle monitors and he fled to Arkansas.
Oh
yeah, I was waiting.
Oh wow.
Just to drop on No Jumper.
But why would
I feel like this was a No Jumper.
Okay, hold on, Paul. What took me out was how the HELL, you know, he cut off both ankle monitors. Okay. And fled. She ain't say he just went. He fled to Arkansas. Now, hey, yeah, that's her. I'm gonna say this, okay? Now, I know everywhere is different, and I need my West Coast people, because Cali stay on my top 5. So I know I have West Coast people that watch me. Hey, and this is the reason why I don't too much dabble over there, because I don't really know how y'all be working over there. Y'all like a whole different atmosphere. But how long does it take for them to realize your ankle monitor is not registering in California? Like, I'm lost. Larry Lopez says Mickey she used to mess with him. I mean, I get that. Listen, I got exes too. I wouldn't be able to tell you if they cut off their ankle monitors though. Just like for real. Like, I wouldn't be able to tell you that. So I was like, how does she know this? And how long does it take? So if anybody on the West Coast or anybody period, but if you know, how long does it take for the ankle monitor to register that you no longer have it on? I know here in South Carolina, you don't have long. You may have like an hour. You may. But you ain't got that long to flee. Like, you may make it in North Carolina. You may. And you might make it to maybe the Augusta outskirts of Georgia, but you ain't about to go too far. Now, I just want to know that before because she about to get into some more, but I just want to know that. How long does it take for them to realize you cut your ankle monitor is not on?
For exclusive.
Why would he flee to Arkansas?
Because so after he cut off his ankle monitors, what he did was he went, because it's harder to extradite from the Midwest and the East Coast. So that's why he left.
So he was thinking ahead, but why would he?
Oh, what? GTA, what it do? Hold on. What she mean is harder to extradite? Like, what does that mean? What? Jaleese, we need to talk about this because, like, you know, like, because what does that mean? It's harder. Like, what you mean it's harder? Like, it happens every day. So I'm confused to why she would say it's harder. Like, you can't listen. You can't go nowhere in the U.S. and think you're not about to get something back to wherever you want it from. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand that. Like, sometimes the other state might not want to come get you, but that's any state. That's any state. And it just depends on the charge. But if you are on probation parole, they come to get your ass, okay? For sure. Unless it's they deem like they can, you know what I'm saying? Like something like that, I don't see. Or if you on like bail, they're coming to get you. For sure. Like, so I'm gonna say I don't agree with that. You know what I'm saying? Because listen, just last year, remember we talked about, what's that last year? The ATK dude, I can't remember his name. I'm talking about Tay Shots. Remember Tay Shots got arrested here in Columbia, and Jacksonville came and got him on like a petty warrant or some stuff. So again, I feel like like they'll come get you, you know. YNW Bortland, he was in Texas. They came and got him to send him back to Florida. You get what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, to say it's harder is what threw me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no way you can run that. No people ain't gonna be on you in the U.S. You know what I'm saying? Now, if she would have been like he fled to a different country, that's different. But you know, Blue said after Arkansas is in the South, some states don't get along. But when it comes to that, like, hold on, where I don't even know where is Arkansas. I ain't about to sit here and hold y'all. Listen. It is in the South. So it's next to Tennessee, in between Tennessee, Oklahoma. Let me see. Because I'm really, let me see, what's their law there? Let's see, from another state into Oklahoma, you should hire counsel Arkansas. You can have certain rights. And Mel may be eligible for fugitive bond among some fugitive bond laws you to report to another which is being detained in the meantime. I mean, it don't say they don't send you back. And let the minimum have formally. Hold on, let me read that. Must have accused and cannot escape accountability by crossing state lines. In Arkansas, these laws establish specific procedures and criteria for extraditing individual to or from another state. From shield criteria. A key requirement is that the demanding state must have formally charged or convicted the individual. So if he's on paperwork, he had 2 ankle monitors. I mean, he qualified for them to send him back under Arkansas law. So I don't know. Like I said, this is just when I heard it, it sounded crazy to say that. Like, it just sounded crazy to me. But maybe she meant what y'all was saying. Maybe the charge is petty, and she's like, you know, they're not gonna go get them. But 2 ankle monitors don't sound petty to me. I don't know.
But mind you, before the NBA YoungBoy concert tour was announced, the ankle monitors were already cut off.
Really?
Yes.
That's weird because I seen.
But the text said
I seen him the other day.
Right?
He was in
and that's why they never followed up with the show, because it was his manager orchestrating everything behind the scenes, when in reality he knew that JaayBo had already cut off both of his ankle monitors.
When did he do that? Because I saw a video of him less than a week ago.
It's been like 2 weeks.
Okay,
but you don't cut it off and then
2 weeks. Hold on. 2 weeks with no ankle monitor. Listen, again, maybe it's different on the West Coast. My dad had an ankle monitor. It died, and like they was calling within an hour. So I'm like, maybe 24 hours, but 2 weeks? That's crazy.
cut off both of his ankle monitors.
When did he do that? Because I saw a video of him less than a week ago.
It's been like 2 weeks.
Okay,
but you don't cut it off and then they just immediately come to get you?
No, he had everything planned out.
Where are you getting this information?
I mean, you guys know I'm like the #1 resource in Northern California.
How could he be such a crash out to not want to just like follow the straight and narrow, especially given that he's got this gigantic tour coming up in 4 months?
Yeah, why would he?
The ankle monitors were cut off before the tour was announced with YoungBoy.
But he
So
still
he still knew it was coming, right?
He still had massive momentum and was like one of the biggest rappers in the coast.
He did, but a lot of people are.
I will say this: if he did indeed cut out both ankle monitors, he got to check his surroundings, because obviously she got a source that knows that to the T about when they got cut off. Hey, that's crazy. Okay, that's crazy work. Because to my understanding, I don't believe she fools with him or he fools with her. So I don't think she personally knows this herself. Somebody is feeding the information to her is wild.
Telling to realize that EBK JaayBo was dealing with a lot of trauma. So yeah, he's a rapper. Yeah, he has his notoriety. Yeah, he has
trauma.
Trauma.
That should be a news story. Like we should post that. Like EBK JaayBo has trauma.
No, he has untreated trauma.
Wasn't his first single?
We all got trauma.
No, he has untreated trauma though, and he was.
His first song is called PTSD that he put out. His first like single.
Everybody got a single called that.
But why did he cut it off? Okay, but like I feel like that's what we don't understand. Why did he cut it off? To run away from what?
Trauma's a bad excuse, by the way.
I don't believe this narrative. EBK JaayBo was arrested after going on the run to make the XXL freshman shoot.
No. No.
Wait, he said that? I was on the way to y'all for the freshman XXL shoot. What? That doesn't. They're probably not shooting that for like a long time, right?
Yeah, no. That's not why he went on the run.
Yeah.
All he had to do was ask for permission from his PO. His PO was already giving him leeway.
Okay.
Yeah, so he had a lot of leeway from his PO. I don't know what made him cut off the ankle monitors, but I think it was just a lot of people that was around him.
Wow. What a foolish
Because
decision.
he wasn't the only one that cut off his ankle monitor. It was him, EBK, Baby Mad Max, and EBK Lebo.
Lebo too?
All three of them cut off his ankle monitor. That's why I'm confused on why EBK Lebo is not booked. How is he not booked?
Are you making an implication when you say that?
I'm not going to say too much, but that's what I am speculating. Why is he not
What
booked?
You got the info.
Okay. Oh, wait. So
hold on. Ooh. All right. I don't know who none of these EBK people is. Okay, like what the world? But anyway, so if somebody missing, was it confirmed that he was with him? Because leaving it open like that is crazy. Like, you think he working with the police or something? Like, I don't know. Like, I needed more context in that, because that just had me thinking, like, so are you saying he's with the police? Or, I mean, what you saying? Like, and why did they, like, all together cut off their ankle monitors? Like, that's crazy. Like, some type of, like, ankle monitor pack is wild.
He made the cover?
No.
No.
He's applying.
Okay.
But that process has just started, right?
Well, no, it started like a month ago.
Yeah,
okay.
Because Lebo and them was out there a month ago, right?
I mean, JaayBo being on
no,
the cover.
to the XL shoot, right? Because like he canceled our interview because of that, right?
No, he canceled the interview with No Jumper because
we never actually had an interview booked.
Hold on.
No, we did.
No, we did.
No.
With Lebo.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
With Lebo.
With Lebo, but wait.
Yeah, me and Jaleel
EBK JaayBo and EBK Lebo got into a physical altercation the day before.
With each other.
And that's why EBK Lebo was not able to attend the interview at No Jumper.
Wow.
So, and now, if you guys, in case you didn't catch it, when she said,
hold on, so the homeboy EBK JaayBo beat up his homeboy, and he couldn't come to the damn, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Lebo hasn't been booked. She's kind of speculating or making a subtle implication that he might have.
But that wouldn't make sense, because like, hey, bro, I cut off my shit too, so then y'all will keep me out of jail if I tell y'all where he's at. I don't feel like.
I mean, look at the YSL Woody case.
Yeah, but like that usually happens after the arrest, right?
I'm not putting any jacket on anybody. I'm just saying, where's EBK Lebo? What's going on with EBK Lebo? He's an artist.
Hold on. Comparing him to Woody is crazy. But I think the better question would have been to ask originally before throwing out, speculation is to be like, well, is EBK JaayBo locked up? Was he with EBK JaayBo or not? You know what I'm saying? Like, boy, they just went straight for the snitching shit. Quick is.
He's like on the run
Can we
too,
see
man.
the arrest report?
I think as soon, yeah, it's right there. It's basically just.
No, this is the booking log, Adam.
Oh, you got more?
We need the
I don't see
arrest
anything
report.
more. This is all I've seen reported on.
Yeah.
Hold on. It'd be so funny when I hear people say paperwork and it'd be like a booking. I'm like, that's not no paperwork. But anyway, so don't nobody know what happened. Let me see. Where is he booked at? Let me see something. Oh shit, I gotta narrow that down. Hold on. I forgot his Give me a second, y'all. While we on here, I'm trying to see something real quick. I don't see nothing for him. Don't see nothing for him just yet. All right. So I was trying to see if I could find, like real quickly, the arrest report, since it seemed like nobody thought to get that before having a conversation. But I'm gonna have to probably spend a little more time to find it. But we'll get back to that later.
Baby Max was
Baby
arrested.
Max.
So all three of them cut off their ankle monitors. Why is only EBK JaayBo and EBK Baby Mad Max booked?
I feel like there's more to the story. Like probably like a murder just happened. They know they're hot. They know they're about to get caught. Because it wouldn't make sense to just go like in like on a run if something more serious weren't like and on the horizon, right?
How are you gonna go on the run to just hang out?
Yeah, right. It has to be we just caught we know again, just like with the whole Break Baby and Big U situation. Brick knew for like a while, right? That that the hot one was caught out of town. Something's coming. He probably knows. We just caught a hot one.
Well, EBK JaayBo is under federal investigation right now for a murder for hire.
How do you know that?
Oh my goodness, Adam.
Well,
yeah, ho. Like on some real stuff. Hey, I say this every time I hear something like that. The only people know about investigation is somebody connected to the police, whether you the police or connected to the police. Because how do you know somebody under investigation from? How do you know that, Jaleese? Like, I want to know. I'm with Adam. How do you even know that about a federal investigation? Now, investigation, not a case, not like, you know what I'm saying? Not like an investigation for a murder for hire is wild. Like, how do you know this? I get shocked every day on this internet. Like,
don't try to shun me when that's not something that has been reported on publicly. It hasn't made the blogs. You can't get on me for not knowing something that only you and the feds know about. Yeah. How would you know that?
I think Adam is yeah.
No, explain though. Because
how do you know that?
It's I know the answer.
Okay,
but explain.
listen, you guys. I am from Northern California. Okay. I am very intertwined with the Northern California scene, especially what goes on behind the scenes. EBK JaayBo has been under investigation since his incarceration.
We ain't about to let that slide. Listen, we ain't about to let that slide. Hell nah. Hey, I know people that's connected in street shit, like for real. I know people that's got their ears to the streets, okay? That don't mean they know shit about no doggone federal investigation. Like, that's not just no street shit, right? You know what I'm saying? When you know about investigations, you intertwine in some way. Forget that, Jalise. You told you hold on, let's run that back. Cause maybe did I hear her wrong? She ain't about to skate past that explanation to how she know about a federal investigation that's not public yet.
I am from Northern California. Okay. I am very intertwined with the Northern California scene, especially what goes on behind the scenes. EBK JaayBo has been under investigation since his incarceration, while he was incarcerated in state prison down in, I want to say, in the LA area. And you know, he that's why they had Operation Boogeyman. That's why they had all of these things transpiring in Stockton. They had to bring in Sacramento because it was too many murders occurring and there was none of the murders were being solved. So then when
quite typical of Stockton, to be
right
fair.
So that's why they knew EBK JaayBo was about to get released, so that's why they grabbed bands. They knew with both of them out, it would have just raised the murder rate in Stockton.
Jalise Lovejoy, just calling her shots before that.
Oh no. She say, what y'all think? I'll be honest. Shout out to Jalise. I would have never got, even if I knew some, I would have never got on no podcast, no nothing, say none of that shit. So shout out to her, okay, for saying that was a lot to say. I don't care what nobody says. I still feel like if you know about sealed investigation, you got some type of connection to law enforcement in some way. I ain't saying she the police, but she definitely either know the police or know somebody working with the police, because that's crazy. Snow says she be lying sometimes. I get it, but at the same time, that's a huge thing to even like. This is my thing, right? And this is why I only dabble for content and public information, because even if she is lying, you basically saying or stamping that you're communicating. Nikki, what up? You're communicating with somebody that got some type of law enforcement ties. Because again, it's a secret investigation. How can somebody confirm that she lying? You know what I'm saying? You can't confirm that somebody lying about a secret investigation, because hell, it's a secret. You know what I'm saying? What? Let me see something. Operation Boogie Man. What's that? Stop then? Shit. That's a true thing. I ain't gonna lie. Hold on. It was actually an Operation Boogeyman, though. So again, even if she is lying shit, some shit she's saying is true. Okay, and this was just back in October 2024. Listen to this.
Choose to be moved at Mazda.
That's crazy work. That's crazy work. Okay. All right. It's only a 2-minute clip.
Targeting gangs and violence in Stockton led to more than 70 arrests and dozens of guns being taken off the streets.
Stockton police just made the announcement today. ABC 10's Gabriel Porras was there and has the details now.
The press conference took place here at the Stockton Police Department's administration building, and despite law enforcement officials opening themselves up to questions, many questions were left on the table.
If violence is brought to our neighborhoods, there will be accountability.
San Joaquin County law enforcement leaders gathered Thursday to hear and see the results of what Stockton's police chief calls Operation Boogeyman.
It specifically targeted some of our most violent street gangs, which were responsible for homicides and several shootings throughout the county.
But which gangs and cases?
I'm not going to give them the honor or space to acknowledge those gangs, but they know.
The chief also declining to detail the timeline when the operation began. He did say that $65,000, narcotics, 36 handguns, 14 rifles, and 1 shotgun were seized, and that officers made 74 arrests, but would not elaborate on the specific charges they face.
Every gun seized from the street saves a life. Operation Boogeyman is one of the largest gun violence intervention operations in our county's history and perhaps the state.
Stockton City Manager echoing that pride.
We are winning. Crime is on the decline in Stockton, and it is not by accident.
Overall crime down by 12% in the first 9 months of 2024, according to city numbers. And for those who don't feel that decline in violence, Chief McFadden making a promise.
Our work will never be done until the victimization stops.
In Stockton, Gabriel Porras, ABC 10.
And prosecutors aren't wasting any time. They say some of the arraignments for the suspects have already started.
All right.
Create your.
Hold on. I mean, dang. I don't know. Jaleesa seem a little hot. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know. Like, I don't know. What y'all think? Y'all think that what she is saying could just be something she heard on the streets, or she would have to get that from some type of like law enforcement? Because even on the thing with the boogeyman shit, they ain't going no details about this and that. Like, she's saying that they released one and arrested the other because they ain't want both of them on the streets and all that. And what y'all think? Is it just street gossip she coming up with, or what? It's like 2 more minutes left in this clip.
Actually, come down. I like it. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm here
So what I will say is he is under federal investigation right now, and he knew that it was coming close. Now, they have not put out any like federal warrants for him in regards to the murder for hire, but that's because it's still under investigation. And once they do, they're going to grab EBK JaayBo.
Hold on. So I'm trying to think really about what to say about that. I mean, I'm be honest, y'all. How the fuck do you know something like that? Like, how would you know to go on a run before a grand jury even indict you? Like, I have heard, right? Like, it getting back to people when a grand jury indicts them and they try to make a move, probably get a lawyer. I have heard that. But that's once the grand jury comes. You know what I'm saying? I've never heard this. Cali is different. Stockton is different, because if you know all this before you even go to the grand jury, like, that's crazy work. Snow, is that how it is in Texas? Like, this is crazy.
Now they're saying that he was the one that paid Flyboy Trap Mob Los.
So that's one of Band's partners.
Hold on. So she even know what murder? Yeah. She know what murder it is. Yo. That kind of remind me of the Chicago shit. I ain't gonna lie. How the freaking bloggers and shit be knowing all the the cases before there's a case. Like, that's crazy. I'm shocked. I'm just in awe of this. Like, now we know, and then look how Adam looking. And then my thing to say that when you know the feds watching No Jump, that's a given. It's been in the documents with the Big U case. And to say that is wild.
Who is intertwined with Jason Lee.
Okay.
Pause.
Pause.
Intertwined how?
Not like
Now
that.
Hollywood Unlocked got brought into it. Oh, this is definitely something.
Legs, right?
No, not the legs. So
Wait.
Jason Lee. So I
Pause.
talked about this in my interview when Adam interviewed me back in like October, November, I want to say. I talked about this on the interview with us, remember? And I said, you know, Jason Lee was very he was intertwined in regards to like the Stockton
he has
political
denied
viewpoint.
he's denied his Crip affiliations to me, but
Oh no, he's highly affiliated, but it's not him, it's his family.
They fuck with bands in them.
Yeah.
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 And so when Trap Mob Los passed, you know, his mother, you know, my condolences. I don't, you know, this is just way too what's the word I'm looking for? Help me, Les.
Messy. Messy.
It's really messy.
Nuance. I was gonna say nuance. There's too many like subtle details.
Yeah, it's a lot in regards to that. So, you know, I tread it lightly in regards to the media coverage on it, especially on YouTube, because like I said, Jason Lee is now what is he in Stockton?
Like he's a
he's a part of the
councilman.
council.
Yeah, councilman.
Yeah, he's a part of the council. He's a councilman. So
what a job.
what a job.
Yeah.
But he's doing his job. He brought in the FBI.
Good job, Jalise.
Whoa,
I'm so
whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. Yeah, he ran. I think last year Jason Lee ran, but did she just say Jason Lee brought in the feds? Did y'all catch that? Say that he did what he was supposed to do. He brought in the feds. Oh, Jalise. Jalise said, she ain't worried about nothing. She said, I know what you did, Jason Lee. You brought in the feds. That's crazy. Now, this is all based off this run it back, all right? Because this is crazy. I don't know how I go back to where I was. Hold on. She said, Jason Lee, you did it. You brought it.
Oh, kind of.
All right, hold on. It was at the end. I'm playing from right there.
Me too, because like I said, Jason Lee is now what is he in Stockton?
Like he's a
he's a part of the
councilman.
council.
Yeah, councilman.
Yeah, he's a part of the council. He's a councilman. So
what a job.
what a job.
Yeah.
But he's doing his job. He brought in the FBI.
Good job, Jalise.
Y'all heard it. Now, mind you, now this is outside looking in. Let's put in, this was a 10-minute clip. Let's put in what we learned, okay? Jalise said, okay, that it is a federal investigation into EBK JaayBo for the murder of Trap Mob Los, okay, who is friends with somebody named Bands or something like that, right? Bands is cool with Jason Lee's family, right? And Jason Lee is now a city councilman who has brought in the feds. Is that what y'all took from it? A 10-minute clip. That's something. I don't even know. I don't know what to say about that. Other than that's something, okay? Shoot. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to pull up on your girl Mickey Truth. We is live with it. All right. Look, I don't even know what else to say about that one. We're going to see how that one plays out. But that's something, to say the least. That is something. I'm lost. Like, that done blew my mind to, like, I will say this. I hope Jalise really be making her coins out here off of her content, because boy, you gonna need this keep money on you. Cause boy, she exposing it all. And again, shoot, we don't know if it's true. We ain't from over there. We don't know. So it could be true if you ask me. I don't know. But let's get into Lil Durk. Cause music. Yo, this beyond the tea and sack, okay? She got the fucking motor oil, the everything. She got she got it. That's all I'm saying. She definitely got it. All right, shoot. let's see who has done. All right. I guess I'll start with. It's so much that went on. All right, so new document came out in a Lil Durk case. Y'all know I am not about to sit here and read all of this, okay? However, it's a key point I did want to talk about because we, like I said, everything we're discussing today goes together in some way. We just was discussing, No Jumper host Jalise bringing up federal investigations on No Jumper. Now we're going to take it over from No Jumper being under federal watch to DJ Academics being under federal watch. And you may be like, what? Well, let me give you the key points into this document. It was an 18-page document that was filed on yesterday. All right. For those who would like the full breakdown, make sure you go over to my Patreon. This document is available for your leisure to read, as long as you're a member of my Patreon. Also, yeah. So the key allegations in this, again, Durk allegedly led OTF, Only the Family, a Chicago-based organization that engaged in violence at his direction. Okay. Prosecutors say he placed bounties on rivals, including one known as TB, which is Quando Rondo, after the killing of his associate DB in 2020, which is King Von. In August 2022, Durk allegedly financed and directed 6 hitmen to travel to LA, stalk TB, and execute a shooting at a gas station that killed Lil Pop, not the intended target. Durk allegedly tried to flee the country on a private jet with his co-conspirators when his co-conspirators was arrested. Motion to dismiss. Durk claimed he was being prosecuted unfairly based on his rap lyrics, not real evidence. The government responded by issuing a second superseding indictment that removed all reference to lyrics and emphasized that criminal acts, not creative expression. Why is that important in the summary? Because I told y'all, I felt like when we broke down the second superseding indictment, I told y'all I felt like they're like, hey, we still got a grand jury to bring charges even after we took out the stuff that the defense is saying wasn't accurate. So they basically said it again in this motion. And so, now the government's position in this is the motion is moot because the lyrics were removed from the indictment. Regardless, the motion lacks merit because the indictment is based on Durk's alleged leadership, planning, financing of the murder plot, not his music. The government opposes releasing grand jury transcripts citing concerns about witness intimidation and safety due to alleged threats made by Durk and OTF affiliates. Of course, they're going to say that. They could be telling the truth or they could be capping, but that's going to be a given to say that. All right, so the final request for the government is that they urge to deny Durk's motion to dismiss and his request for grand jury materials, asserting that the case is grounded in substantial evidence of violent criminal conduct, not protected speech. Now, they say all that, but in this, well, let's go up. All right, they bring up a popular podcast. As you can see, it says that a claim that the defendant himself seemed to admit during an interview on a popular podcast. They're saying that Lil Durk admitted to having something to do with Lil Pab's death. And as you can see here, it says Lil Durk's realest interview ever. Last interview on Off the Record with Academics. DJ Academics video clip available. And if you copy and paste that, it's going to take you over here to this link right here, right? Now, it says timestamps 2:23:36 to 2:24:25. I brought it back to 2:18. I want to start from right here. Let me move this over to this side of the screen, though. All right, so we're going to listen to it.
I'm about to play video.
I'm screaming in my phone, making my battery die. What the fuck? Bro,
when you seen this video, I want to hear your direct reaction.
I'm gonna tell you the real shit.
I want to hear your direct reaction.
Camera go off. Oh, camera.
Okay, here we go. Okay, when you seen that, like, yo, hey. By the way,
when I seen that,
you never seen this.
No, when I seen that,
yeah,
I'm like, why the fuck you said my name, bro? Fucking up my money. I'm gonna take, man. Listen, I'm telling you, like, never mind.
You challenged 6ix9ine to a boxing match. You know what people said? You would challenge.
I don't take him. I don't take them. Huh?
They said you wouldn't challenge YoungBoy. That's a fact. That's what they said. That's what the Twitter people say. Like I be watching
his fan base.
Yeah, they be like, "Yo, yeah, he challenged the right one because he wouldn't challenge." Like, obviously, I know the issues ain't that deep, and me personally, I don't think you want him hurt. I hope. I hope. I don't know if that's true. I hope. Would you? Are you praying? Would you? Would you?
Well, I'd be there. You tripping?
Would you? If he's like, all right, well, I got 50 million too. Let's us box.
I don't pay with people like that.
What's the difference between 6ix9ine and him, man? When you say you box 6ix9ine,
because your friend killed my friend.
All right,
that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay, you're right about that. Just fucking
6ix9ine. I want like if you still. You can tell him pull up. I would beat his ass bad off camera just so you.
I don't want to be contributed to no violence. I'm one person. I don't want nobody to get hurt and then be like, "I set this up." No way.
So you wouldn't. So you wouldn't rather knuckle up?
No. What I'm saying is that I wouldn't invite either of you to any location where I know there's going to be violence, even if y'all agree to it. I don't want that on my conscience.
No, I wouldn't pull up and do nothing to him. Like I won't shoot him. I won't do nothing to him. I'm telling you this.
To 6ix9ine or
6ix9ine. Not the other little boy. What's the difference between 6ix9ine and the shorty?
Are you telling me?
I'm asking
you. Well, like YoungBoy, like a lot of people fear him. And also
a lot of who?
He has a reputation in Baton Rouge, bro. Come on now.
Chief Keef got a reputation in Chicago.
Not to like
how?
My nigga. Okay, all right. I'll give you. And again, I know 6ix9ine is gonna see this, but this is just
I don't care about. I don't care who see it. I'm talking about who else.
I'm gonna give you the difference.
Out
when YoungBoy came in the game. When he came in the game, he came in the game off charges of doing a drive-by. He was a kid who, no matter what, he was out there doing.
Chief Keef shot the police. Chief Keef shot the police.
Yeah, Chief Keef was like that.
Okay. What did you tell him? What did you say?
That's what I'm trying to say. That's the difference between YoungBoy and 6ix9ine. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
hey, bro, I'm out. I'm finna be outside every day this summer.
You know one thing I learned in this whole
he don't call my man out once.
Well, he's on house arrest, so
you got a voice. You screaming at your phone. So obviously somebody hear you and do whatever for you.
Why'd your tour go to New Orleans? You're not trolling him, right? You just
no, it's money.
I feel like you about the money, but I feel like you're a troll too, man. Like you're a gangster troll.
No, I'm a human being.
All right. Pay attention to the flow of this. Now, mind you, in about 1 minute, it's going to be to where the feds is saying he admits to being a part of Pop's death, okay? So they're talking about trolling and all that, so pay attention. Let's go ahead.
Like you know how to pick with people. You're the worst type of person. You see, at least with a nigga like 6ix9ine, he's like, like he's clearly making fun of you. You like
I ain't gonna lie, like I be dead serious, like I be dead serious. Like that's why I try not to like to do too much. Cause like I be dead serious, and it's like the people around me is even worse than me. So it's like that's why I said the situation. I was like, I'll be the one to be like, man, I'm gonna take a picture of Soulja Boy and be funny, haha. If I want that type of guy, it would have been like, then they would have whooped his ass. Like, you know what I'm saying?
All right,
like I don't take that man serious. The man did not do nothing, Vaughn. The man friends did. Crown Wana got his ass whooped. He was there.
He didn't get beat up.
Huh?
Do you get triggered by the
pull up Floyd Mayweather? I mean, pull up Vaughn.
Oh yeah. Do you get triggered by the
beat
slide?
The shit out of his little ass, man? What are you talking
triggered
about?
by the slide for Vaughn comments? Still, I don't know if people still say it. They used to say it, but you also mentioned a song. They be like, they be saying slide for Vaughn. I think they trolling me. Yo, by the way, them songs is fire. I ain't gonna lie.
For some reason, I just don't see them comments no more. For some odd reason. I don't know. Might be the water. You be seeing them comments a lot?
They kind of chilled out a little bit.
I wonder why.
All right. So that's the part. I'm going to finish playing what happens after, but that's the part that the feds, what up, Pat G? Okay. So that's the part that they're saying, like, hey, look. Hold on, what's that? That's what they quoted. We hear, though. Might be in the water. We hear, though. Okay, listen. Now, before he said it, they're talking about basically how Durk trolls, right? So that was the conversation before he said it. So now let's see what they go into after he said it. Because to me, all of it makes sense. Like, all of it is important if you're going to use it as evidence. What was the conversation before? What was it when it happened? And what was the conversation after if you're going to use it? That's just how I feel about it, okay? Because looking at just that part, you would allude that that's what he was talking about. But let's see if we come to the same conclusion after we hear what was said afterwards.
Yeah, though. We different in Iraq.
I feel like you're speaking in parables. I'm trying to like decode it a little bit, but it's
no, we have nothing to do with nothing. I'm saying that's like me just claiming something I went there.
Okay. I feel like you was troll right there. No,
I never troll him. He got beat up too bad. He got his ass whooped. We had it already.
So you're not condoning more violence continuing?
For what? Everybody you telling me about don't matter.
Yeah, like I feel like I can't tell if you have a good poker face. All right, man.
Everybody you naming is album sales.
Well, all right. I get what you're saying, but you know what somebody's gonna say? Yeah, that's cute, whatever you're saying, but the actual person who killed Vaughn is a little timid. He's chilling. He's just hanging out.
Well,
yeah, that's what they're gonna say. They're gonna be like,
where?
In Alabama, Albuquerque, something like that. Savannah, Georgia.
I ain't gonna say nothing.
Hey.
All right. So they go from talking about trolling. He made the comment. Then he goes into basically saying he would never troll Pondo Rondo. He got his. And when academics asked about Lil Tim, he said he don't be outside. So when you put it all together, do y'all think Lil Durk just admitted to having something to do with Pop's death, or is he trolling? Because he said he utilized Chicago. We different in Iraq. That's what had me think, like, as far as his comment could have been a troll, not per se implicating himself in it. That's what I took from it. What y'all took from it? Blue said, oh, buddy, FBIB tried to tell us in his Vladimir interview when 2 of O Block 6 arrest video was never shown because the Fed's informant was with them. Lord's going to eat that. Nah, listen. None, and I said this before, none of the O Block 6 arrest videos for the murder of FBG Duck has been released. None. We have never seen none of them get arrested for that. The video of is it C thing? C thing, that was not for the murder. That was for a different case. So we have never seen any of the O Block 6 arrest videos. That's facts. So yeah, he was capping. Which we already know. You know, we didn't see his arrest videos up, but nah, none of the O Block 6 arrest videos came out. And then another thing, Moa was arrested by himself, I believe. I don't even think he was with nobody. That was the crazy part. I don't even think he was with nobody. He was at the airport though. I do know he was at the airport, but I don't believe he was with anybody. Don't quote me on the with anybody part. But as far as just the arrest videos, none of them has been out. We have never seen none of them get arrested for it. All right. So do y'all think this is good evidence for the government to use? I personally, I feel like in short vision, it could be, you know what I'm saying? It could be in short form, meaning on June 2nd, it's possible, but I don't think just that gonna hold up in court. That's not gonna be enough. And then you can tell this is an ongoing investigation. Ongoing. Because every time they come up with new stuff. Ongoing investigation. So the blogger YouTubers that want to, you know, a position in law enforcement, now is your time to shine. Put your videos together because they definitely are still looking, okay? All right, let me see. I don't feel like reading none of this. Like, that's the thing. Hold on. I'm going to go over to Sid Nash because I think he broke down a part because I don't feel like reading it, to be honest. Let's see. Oh, shit. Let's go listen to that good talking ass Sid Nash, okay? We're not gonna listen to all of them, all of it. It says fans allege Lil Durk once witnessed family killed with fourth bond motion. Let me see if he get into it. I think he normally read it. Yeah, he reads it. But damn, I just really want to hear that part. I don't want to hear the whole thing. Let me see if I can find the part I want to talk about. Hold up.
Hooey. This is early hours of October 24th, 2024. Federal and local law enforcement executed multiple search warrants at locations associated with members of OTF in Chicago area and arrested the five charged co-conspirators. See criminal complaint at 4. Soon after law enforcement executed the warrants, the FBI learned that defendant had been booked on 3 international flights, including at least one.
They don't prove that to be kept. So let's go a little further down. Let's see.
Cleared the co-conspirators that he would pay a bounty for the killing of TB, who was suspected to be involved in DB's killing. And when defendant and his co-conspirators learned that TB was in Los Angeles, defendant set in motion his plan to execute TB, including by causing and financing his co-defendants to travel to Los Angeles to track, stalk, and kill TB, including one co-conspirator who traveled with defendant on a private jet to Los Angeles area. Count 1B, 1 through 3, overt acts 1 through 4, 6. These allegations make clear that defendant used his power, his wealth, and his control over OTF to exact daily revenge on his rival. Accordingly, the grand jury's return of SS1 containing all of these material allegations and none of defendant's lyrics moots his motion to dismiss the FS1. Defendant fails to show any misconduct or prejudice. That's number 2. But even if the motion was not moot, it is. Defendant's accusation of government misconduct and resulting prejudice is baseless. First, the FS1's allegation that defendant commercialized SR's death was neither false nor reckless. Defendant has repeatedly used his pulpit to promote violence, publicly rapping about paying for murders, hunting opponents with machine guns, bounty hunters in Beverly Hills, and other lyrics that have a striking similarity to the modus operandi used to kill
Play with me like I ain't worse. Trying to gossip other blocks like y'all ain't said my name first.
My bad, I didn't realize I was on mute while I was talking just now. Let's see what it says. Like how it plays out in the song.
He a junkie, he ain't shot his gun yet.
Okay. Oh Lord, this is so much going on. Cause they say they're not using lyrics, but they using lyrics. It's crazy. We're gonna continue.
SR. Whether or not the finished lyrics about greenlighting a rival were written before or after SR's death, the release of the song after the murder gave Defendant's fans fodder to associate him with the murder. A claim that Defendant himself seemed to admit during an interview on a popular podcast. As to prejudice, Defendant's claim that the lyrics were one of the only two pieces of evidence that
Hold. Listen, the government is fucked up. Cause I just thought about something, right? This premiered January 4th, 2022. That was way before Little Pop's death. So, like, I get they're saying, like, he, even though these lyrics and stuff is not about Lil Pop, it's the fact that he raps about it. But I don't feel like that should be used against them unless you can put a actual murder to the song. It's just, expression at that point. Like, how can you say, because like without knowing when this dropped, I would have thought like, oh shit, okay, makes sense. But this was out way before he died. I think Lil Paul died in August of 2022. This came out in January. I feel like they are doing too much reaching. Too much reaching. I ain't gonna lie. That's too much of a reach. Too much of a reach. That's crazy. That's crazy. They're gonna use it to show gang ties. But the thing is, right? He's not even charged with a RICO yet or none of that. He's not like he's charged with conspiracy, meaning he's part of a group that conspires to do something. Cool. They don't even have to do the gang shit, right? And this don't even prove the gang part. This just again says that I guess he's the person that will call the hits and they do it this way. And that the similarities of what he's saying in the song matches the similarities to this crime. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure the Chicago case gonna do the same thing. Cause in that, you can probably relate it to the same thing. So it's just like it's still like the gang aspect don't even have nothing to do with it. Because even if they was trying to prove the gang ties, that song doesn't prove gang ties. He's not saying or repping OTF do this or Booney Mo will do this or OTF DD will do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? It just, right. They trying to show a pattern. But again, his defense team has already said this was his expression through his music, his environment. Like, it's not no secret what the hell goes on in Chicago. You can just pull up local news article and see about the murders and stuff. So, yeah, they reaching. They definitely reaching. They don't play for it. He throwing up gang signs, but you're right. Yeah, because they're not mentioning what he's throwing up, right? They're not the same thing with the O Block Rico, right? They was into the chains, like all of them wore the O Block chains. They haven't mentioned no chain shit yet. Now I'm not saying they're not gonna mention it at the trial, but obviously they don't have enough to even put that together to have the gang aspect of it. That's one reason why they dropped the charges in Atlanta when they try to get them on the gang shit. That's crazy. We're gonna listen a little bit more. Sitting Ash read this part, and then we're gonna move on.
That the first superseding indictment cited against him, docket 139 and P10, completely disregards and belittles the grand jury's findings in all three indictments that defendant was the organizer and leader of this calculated murder plot. See section 3(1). The FS1 single reference to defendant's lyrics and an introductory allegation caused no prejudice considering, 1, the numerous material allegations that defendant directed this revenge killing, and 2, the grand jury's confirmation when it returned the SS1 that defendant was charged for his murderous conduct, not his lyrics. The court should deny motion to dismiss. We'll go back to right here where it says, for example, defendant was featured on another artist song in which he raps, I don't want no niggas you catch. I want the one I paid for. Trolling ass, we shot your homie. Gucci Mane, Rumors, Lil Durk, available at whatever the hell. Then he says right here, popping traffic. We in Cali ride through Beverly Hills with choppers. Dying to see the oppas. Bounty hunters, we ready to crack that little bitch down to get her off. Although Scoon, his ass, does not appear to have been officially released by defendant. The lyrics are authentic as the government.
Pat said Vaughn also died. That was another reason Atlanta charge might have got dropped now. Listen, even if Vaughn dying had nothing to do with it. The alleged shooter in that case was Bezu. So even with Vaughn not being around, they could have still brought the charges on because, again, the victim identified Bezu as the shooter. So that's one thing that I was trying to tell y'all years ago. Like even when the police report came out, but y'all know how the internet, they want to overlook that. So yeah, Vaughn dying had nothing to do with that case being dropped. The reason why the case was dropped was because the victim didn't corroborate. So if you don't have a victim corroborating or like giving information to it, like how can you proceed with it? So that's one reason why Bezu was the last one to get out. Also, remember, Bezu ain't get out till like a year after Durk and Vaughn's case was dropped because he was a alleged shooter. Yeah. Look, don't listen to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Learn something new every day. Bezu was a man. Okay, yeah. So that's ultimately why it went like that.
And sees the audio file from co-conspirators' cellular phone pursuant to a federal search warrant, which has been produced to the defense. See Bates Media 638. So the feds got unreleased Lil Durk music. And then it says, and this is funny as hell, because academics, you accuse a couple of people of being the feds and getting people in trouble. But here we go right here. In May 2023, defendant appeared on a well-known podcast where he tactically admitted his involvement in the killing of SR, specifically after being asked about his rivalry with TB. Response to the interview's question about whether defendant was triggered by the slide for Vaughn comments or reference to sliding or exacting revenge for OTF member DB's death, defendant coyly responded, for some reason, I just don't see the comments no more. Whew, and that's the reason y'all, for some odd reason, might be the water.
All right, so I will say this. I meant to say it earlier when we was talking about that part. I feel like that's, I know Lil Durk, like, damn, I shouldn't say that. I think he was definitely trolling on the aspect that the internet believed Lil Pop death was contributed to Vaughn's situation. That's my little opinion about that. But hold on, yeah, I was trying to do some background work while I was doing that. All right, so pretty much it don't seem. I feel like the strongest thing they're gonna have is just like they did in the O Block case. It's gonna be witnesses / snitches. That's gonna be what they got this phone about today. Now, ultimately, come January 2nd, do Mickey True feel Lil Durk can get out? I'll be honest. it seems like they got the same evidence. If there's a loophole that the district judge can find to why the government was wrong for using one set of evidence or allegations for the first indictment, then switching it up for the second indictment, maybe. But I kind of feel like he's going to get denied again. Because it's kind of, and I know federal, state, sometimes they're different, but it just kind of reminds me of the YNW Millie situation where it sounds good, but ultimately, nah, it's not going to happen. But that's just me. I could be wrong, but I don't think he's going to get it. Yeah. So, let me see. What else I had? I think that was it. I think that's all I had to go over today. And for those who, haven't been here the whole time, y'all know I'll chop it down into video. But yeah, I don't think I have anything else. Let me just make sure while I'm on here. Was it something I'm missing on? Let's talk about it. So, y'all, I really need more engagement this month. For some reason, I don't know. My engagement ain't where I want it to be. So, y'all make sure y'all be commenting under the videos, sharing the videos, liking the video. We have hit our view goal for the month. Yay. I appreciate y'all. We're at 112K for the month. Our goal every month is 100K. So, I appreciate y'all for that. We just need more engagement. Make sure you subscribe to the Truth Team News YouTube page. Let me bring it up. So that page, if you don't, you should be following Truth Team News on Instagram. So if you don't follow, let me tell you. So over there, a lot of the topics that I per se don't talk about on this channel, I talk about on the other channel and on the Instagram. So for those who want a diverse amount of topics, then definitely tap in over there. Also, make sure you follow the Truth Team News. Yes, Blue, you definitely fully engaged. Truth Team News on Instagram, trying to get the platform up and going. So yeah, make sure, I try to touch almost everything over there. So I've been doing good, keeping up with it. I am a one-woman show, so sometimes I'm a little bit behind, okay? Follow me on Twitch. Follow me on Twitter or X. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me everywhere, okay? Trying to roll my platforms all together. Let me see. Trying to make sure this all that I had to say, because I won't be live again. I'm going to try to go live next week sometime. I won't be live again anymore this week, but I'm trying to go live next week. Also, next month is a traveling month for me. Still going to be dropping content, but I'll be in Miami next month. I'll be in Cali next month. So I'll be in and out. So it'll still be more content. I doubt I'm going to be able to go live as much. And if I do, I'll try to fit 1 or 2 in. But yeah, y'all just tap in with everything, man. Like I said, this was just a live to go over all this federal stuff that's happening on the internet. I appreciate y'all. Definitely will be live on the Truth Team news page also, because again, that's more of the news stuff. So definitely tap in with that. I'm always on TikTok. I post a lot on TikTok these days. So y'all follow me on TikTok. So just follow me across the board. Everything I said on this video is definitely my opinion, and y'all know how I feel about my opinion. If you don't know how I feel about my opinion, make sure you listen. And like I said throughout the video, that's my opinion. And if you don't like it, guess what? I'm like, fuck, yeah. Hold on, wait, before I go, y'all make sure y'all tap in with me to book your slot. A lot of y'all be hitting me up on Instagram and the email wanting to just talk about content, whether you're an up-and-coming content creator or somebody just got questions about cases or whatever. Book your consultation with me now. The information is on the screen. Hey, make sure you get your slot, because my slots be filling up fast. Mickey talks the truth. Okay.
I got truth on my mind. I got truth on my mind.
Hey, listen, you are now rocking with Mickey Truth. She live up to her name, not the fame. So make sure y'all subscribe to her channel and stay updated on what's real. Bye.
Good reporting ass Mickey.
We love you, Mickey.